Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're heading into, well, a really crucial conversation.
Yeah, focusing on Nairobi, Kenya.
Specifically, the informal settlement of Korogocho.
Mm.
And our mission really is to look at how the environmental realities there, the day-to-day.
How it serves as this unavoidable mirror reflecting Kenya's big national environmental goals.
Exactly. It's quite a contrast. The sources lay it out pretty starkly. High hopes versus, well, the tough reality on the ground.
It can be quite heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And just for context, you should know, Korogocho means crowded shoulder to shoulder in Kikuyu, which really paints a picture of life there. It's incredibly dense, less than a square kilometer.
Okay, so let's start with that physical reality, the geography of neglect, as some call it.
Yeah.
Korogocho sits right next to the Dandora dumpsite.
And that's huge. UN Habitat calls it one of Africa's largest.
The scale is hard to grasp. It takes in something like 2,000 tons of waste every single day.
2,000 tons. And it's unsorted, mixed waste. That proximity, it's a direct line to major health problems for the community.
A whole cycle of pollution. Right. Let's break that down. Air quality first.
Okay, so you have open burning of waste, especially plastics, that releases dioxins, really nasty stuff. Add to that the domestic fuels people rely on inside, like charcoal, kerosene, the air particulate levels. They're often way, way over WHO limits.
So people are just breathing this in constantly.
Constantly. And then there's the water situation.
Which sounds just as alarming. Access to clean, safe water it's lagging far behind.
Way behind. Sewer systems are inadequate, so you get waste going into open drains.
Straight into the Nairobi River.
Pretty much. Reports show high levels of coliform bacteria, even heavy metals.
And what happens when it floods? I imagine those alleys.
They turn into channels. Fast-moving channels carrying sewage, waste, everything right through where people live.
Goodness. And the health impacts are clear.
Very clear. Organizations like AMREF link this directly to high rates of respiratory problems, diarrheal diseases, especially hitting kids hard.
Okay, so there's this huge institutional failure. Like the fact that official waste collection is so patchy, less than half collected properly.
Yeah. That's a key part of the problem, which makes the community response even more, compelling.
Right, the grassroots resilience. People aren't just waiting.
Exactly. You see groups like the Wakalima Youth Group in Nungamongo.
Tell us about them.
They started by cleaning up, but then they went further. They actually started urban gardening.
Urban gardening, there.
Yeah, turning degraded land into productive plots. It shows that, local action is happening, sometimes way ahead of official campaigns. Sustainability is a daily necessity.
Which brings us to this kind of paradox around MazingiraDay, Kenya's National Environment Day on October 10th. Lots of cleanups, tree planting, important symbolism, but, experts like Kipur are asking...
What happens on October 11th?
Exactly. What happens the day after?
That's the structural gap, isn't it? You have thousands relying on informal waste picking just to survive.
In incredibly hazardous conditions.
Absolutely. It's an economy born out of necessity. And Kipuri's point is that these symbolic one-day events, they're just not enough.
They need continuity?
They need to become year-round programs baked into county budgets, institutionalized.
Okay, so if the problem is structural, like the KMBS data showing only about 45% waste collection,
then the solution has to be structural too.
And there are ideas, right?
Yeah.
Union Peace suggests integrating these informal recyclers into a proper circular economy.
Yeah, potentially creating tens of thousands of safer jobs.
So why isn't it happening faster? What are the blockages?
Well, the sources seem to point towards governance. That link needs strengthening. Sustainability can't just be imported or mandated from the top down.
It has to be built from within.
Exactly. Formalizing that circular economy, it's not just environmental policy. It's public health. It's legitimizing livelihoods. It's turning a hazard into an actual economic opportunity.
So wrapping this up for you, our listener, what we see in Korogocho really drives home that environmental issues are deeply tied to urban planning, governance, social justice.
Yeah, the pollution isn't some isolated thing. It's a result of systems failing the most vulnerable.
But that local resilience, groups like Wakalima.
It's proof of concept. It shows community solutions can work. The big challenge is making them last, making them permanent.
Which leads us to our final provocative thought for you. If we all agree that symbolic cleanup days aren't the whole answer, what specific funded mechanisms could actually institutionalize these local efforts? How do we make things like the Wakalima Youth Group's gardening a permanent budgeted part of Nairobi's urban plan, not just a temporary act of survival?
Something to think about long after October 10th comes and goes.